In John 18, we find the arrest and the trial of Jesus taking place. And in a situation like this, for there to be a trial, there's obviously got to be an arrest. But the arrest of an innocent man is tricky because there's got to be lies told, there's got to be deceit, there's got to be all of those things that make nowadays a great movie. And that's exactly what Jesus is faced with. As Judas betrays him, there's lies, there is so many stories being passed around as to things and accusations that are put before him. And so, in other words, they feel like they have a good case. They go, they make the arrest, and the trials begin. We find Jesus going through a number of trials, but overall we find the same thing. We find nobody really wanting to deal with Jesus. Everybody that he's brought before really seems like they could, for the most part, just really care less about what's going on here. But then on the other hand, you've got the total absolute extreme here of you've got people who just absolutely want Jesus gone. And it's a great depiction of the world today as we're constantly confronted with Jesus. What are we going to do with Jesus? And many people act like Pilate and just want to get this over with, want to get this out of their hair and move on about their day. And some want to act like it's not there, like he's not an issue, and then some just want him absolutely gone. But the reality is that we treat Jesus like that. I think we miss that one part of the trials where we really come into view, or better yet, what all of this means, what all of this is coming to, and that's when Barabbas comes to the picture. Is that here you got a murderer, here you've got a guy who deserves to be in jail, and then next to him you've got Jesus, who is absolutely and completely innocent. And the custom was to let somebody go. But in this situation, with Jesus being there and what all of this means, we find this being just one more picture of the love of God, not just towards Barabbas and him getting to go free, but most especially that this is us. We're Barabbas. We're him. We're getting to go off scot-free, completely forgiven, debt completely paid, sins washed away, because Jesus is standing in our place. And the trials, though they were exhausting, they were filled with drama, and they were just totally unorganized and just chaos at the moment. But they have to take place. And they do so, everything is done just the way that it's done for a reason. And the reality is that Jesus is going through every bit of this. He's going through the trials, he's going through the humiliation, he's watching Barabbas run down those steps and go off to see his probably few friends or whatever he has. He's watching all of this unfold, and he's taking the exact opposite. He's taking the punishment, he's taking the humiliation, he's taking the slander, just the false accusations. He's taking every single bit of this so that you and I don't have to. So that you and I can stand before God, the permanent, the real judge, and be declared innocent. And this is what's so amazing. As I look at those trials, I look at what Jesus went through, what he was willing to sit there and listen to, what he was willing to take on physically with the beatings, the whippings, and all of these things, the crown of thorns, and all of these things. He's willing to go through every single bit of that humiliation, every single bit of that pain, and he's willing to do that for the glory of God and for his love for us. And that is just it's amazingly convicting, because there's times where I want to sleep instead of pray or read my Bible. There's times where I want to go to the next sidewalk so I don't have to walk past somebody who I know is dealing with issues, and I know they're going to want to talk to me about it, and I'm going to have to take time out of my day. And I know there's so many times where I'm willing to take the easy route for my own personal benefit, and I'm extremely thankful that Jesus didn't do that. He took what was needed to and done what was needed to be done, so that you and I could be innocent, so that we could be forgiven, so that we could be cleansed, and so that we could have this wonderful, wonderful relationship with God.